Twitter has actually changed from logic_VGBC to Caster Logic.
Oh, okay.
So we made some change. I was like, you know, what's available everywhere?
You're going to be casting. He's going to be casting. All right. Well, looks like the players are locked and loaded, ready to go.
They were so quick on that change. Woof.
All right, game number 1. Here we go.
They are a little bit of a standoff.
I commentated so much Brawl the other day that I was like, is this just how they're going to play neutral? And actually, it looks like it is. Yeah. So very, very respectful, kind of knowing that every single hit counts here. Every single hit is going to be a problem for both players. Neither of them want to get in that position. So Bassmage forcing the issue early on, just floating up. But you see, that's what Bassmage was worried about, the big combos from Ken. Even though Jigglypuff is light and floaty, you can make some big hits happen. But the anti-air forward tilt right there, I think is going to be one of the big things that keeps Jahzz0 away from the pressure that Bassmage is looking to put on Logic.
Yeah, because Jigglypuff is obviously strongest in the air, which we're seeing right now. Beautiful job right there on that recovery. Throwing it out super early just to make sure Bassmage couldn't get in position to actually get the edge guard off. But, you know, Ken still can combo you. And, you know, we're talking about the anti-airs. Ooh, we're talking about deaths as well. That stock is gone.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were alluding to earlier. I mean, Jigglypuff already a light character, but Ken, lots of gas in that tank, you know, can kill most characters as low as like 90, 100%. Jigglypuff is probably going to go out at like 50, 60, if that.
Yeah. If you're lucky. Edge guard attempt, not going to get it. Little unfortunate right there for Bassmage, because that is kind of one of the spots that Jigglypuff shines. It's edge guarding. It's also one of the spots that Ken is really weak, so you got to take advantage every time that you're able to get Jahzz0 off stage.
Yeah, but I think that's one of those recoveries that's kind of on a bit of a timer, you know. The Rising Tatsu burns a lot of resources, burns your jump, burns your side B, so if you get tagged out of that, you're going to be up a creek without a paddle, so Jahzz0 is going to be using it, but probably sparingly.
Yeah, well, we say that right now, it is working, getting back every single time. Dash attack. Oh, the double. And Jahzz0 is just so well versed at how to get back. You know, we're seeing high Tatsus, low Tatsus, double jumps, and early up specials. Just so many ways to make it back every single time. But with all that said, does not make too much of a difference. That's Bassmage, you know, on that final stock in Jahzz0, healthy with 2.
Yeah, and Ken also is a big body character. Fast-ish faller and very tall, so liable to get comboed and bullied off stage. The right hit happens. There's that gross angle. Look at how far he went at 0. Like 5%, he went like a zip code across the stage. That is so wild.
Right. Jigglypuff will give you wings.
Exactly. All right, but the air dodging to the ledge. Bassmage kind of finding a bit more pressure. Gets tagged with the low short right there, but has the ledge positioning right there. Gives it up a little bit with the call-out drift back, and that little 2-piece is going to send you so far away from stage. Is this maybe it? Reverses it for the SDI, for the DI, and for the game. Jahzz0 first on the board.
Yeah. Making sure it was going to connect, making it look a little easy, and even if Bassmage has the lead and has the set count advantage, well, like you said, it's been a long time and a lot of things have changed.
Yeah.
Was Street Fighter 6 even out yet?
Yeah. The game's like 2 years old.
When they last played. I don't know how long it's been since they played.
True, yeah. That I cannot answer. I can answer. But I do know that Jahzz0's been in the lab. I mean, one of the true grinders. I mean, like I said before, everyone in this game or everyone in this top 24 is a true grinder. But with their own characters as well. As far as I'm aware, Jahzz0 doesn't really have too many pockets. And Bassmage, I know, is mostly rocking with the Jigglypuff. I think I did see like a Mario here and there at some point, but like the Jigglypuff is where it's at. So going with the counter pick FD, I always say this counter pick is where someone bets on themselves, you know, where they're going to be like, I'm just going to play my own game. I'm going to trust I'm going to get the first hit, and I trust I'm going to get the full advantage off of it. And Bassmage, living up to that reputation right there, almost gets the nair, but able to tech it and make it back with Jahzz0. Big damage on the board, and I don't know if nair's the answer. That's 2 for 2 on the Shoryuken getting called out there.
Am I the only one that's mad that Jigglypuff hit Ken with like 10 attacks and Ken was at 80%?
Yeah.
Like, that's it? Only 80?
We're used to seeing Steve where they're going to be at like 120 after like 3 interactions. But, you know, these characters have to work hard. I mean, Sue has to work hard sometimes too. But right now, Jahzz0 is working hard to get back to the stage, able to make it back. And we got to confirm, yes, we do. The nair with the tippy toes, walking Jigglypuff across the stage and sending her to a tour of the top lasso.
Yeah, hopefully you like the view up there because Jahzz0's planning to send you there again. At 146%, using that focus right there to eat 1 hit from Jigglypuff, and just Bassmage struggling to get this first stock off. You really want to do this early. You want to do it soon. You don't want to get above that 60% mark because you're in jeopardy of losing that stock. You're just so freaking light.
And with this rage, with this amount of rage, actually a single hit could lead to a kill right here if the right hit happens. But there we go. The jump tattoo getting called out. That was a kind of bet it all on black moment because if Jahzz0 didn't get that one, he was going to die anyway at 156%. So, you know, I'm sure he was all right taking that extra credit and just calling it a day. But right now, Bassmage, this early percent, it's something you got to worry about. These down airs, this drill is coming through big.
Bassmage got so lucky right there. I thought the focus was possibly almost at the spot where it's charged a little bit more. Would have actually put Bassmage in that crumble state.
Yeah, if it was the level 2 counter hit, yeah, that totally would have.
Oh, and here's the thing that's happening. It's like, oh, well.
Nice. Short,
what's happening is Bassmage is exploding.
Yeah, I mean, that's par for the course, right? I'm sure that's what Bassmage expected as well. It's like, okay, I'm at like 50%. I need to be ready to play properly. We got the air dodge? Yes, we do. Yeah, not take any hits and make the hits I get count. And Bassmage bring us to a final stock situation.
Yep. It's all in Bassmage's hand now. Chose Final Destination as the stage. Going to try to use a lot of this space to pick and choose the openings, but right now Jahzz0 getting the better end of things. These anti-airs working, these combos are great, but a parry into a down air, could this be some magic? So close, but Jahzz0 recognizing there's always a grab at the end of that string right there and wisely spot dodging it.
Yeah, getting out dodge, this is the problem. Yeah, but now Bassmage missing up the SDI, so now Jahzz0 has to get a read on top of the hit. Just adds another layer, but it's just still a ticking time bomb. Only 1 or 2 more hits could spell disaster right here for Bassmage. He knows it, so he's going to make sure to put his foot on the gas pedal before anything big happens. Overextends just a little bit, but that crouch short is ready to catch you. That is 2-0 Jahzz0 at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Bassmage, it feels like you're close to figuring the puzzle out, you know? We saw that first stock, and we saw how well Bassmage was doing on it and wasn't able to get that final hit. And next thing you know, Ken's at 146%, but Ken's still living and you are not. I think what's interesting to see as their off-stage play is that it seems like Bassmage is going for a hard read, making a commitment. If I'm wrong, I lose stage control. I think Jahzz0's just reacting.
I think that's part of it. I mean, Jahzz0's also betting on himself a lot with like how he's mixing up his recoveries. But the thing about Jigglypuff, though, she has good horizontal airspeed. Like the vertical airspeed is something that you kind of have to make a read on in positioning, you know? So Jahzz0 doing a good job mixing up the timings and doing everything that he can to mix it up. But like I said before, these things are all taking time bombs. Once Bassmage gets more of these reads and kind of gets more of the positioning right, these stocks can fly away as early as like 10, 20%, I've seen.
Definitely true. Love to see it. Hopefully one of those early stocks will happen maybe on that second or third kill. Right now, Bassmage working on the first one. Has Jahzz0 at 100%? And I don't know, that's one of those scenarios again. You know, Bassmage making that hard commitment. I think maybe a little more patience, waiting near the ledge. Just outside of the show-you range, you might be in a better position. Almost getting that forward air, barely missing the feet, which would definitely have been Jahzz0's stop.
Yeah, got hit by the tip of Ken's heel. That was pixels away from being a different story. But wow, that did match shield damage. Wait, that actually did like a lot of shield damage right there. So Bassmage having a bit more opportunities to maybe get a shield poke happening. Jahzz0 recognizing the situation he's in, is just going to take some step backs, but bait in a little bit of forward motion right there and call it out with the back air. Bassmage dropped that stock.
Ken's feet a little bit longer, a little more range. It's the reason these two characters were not in the same game. You know, but Sakurai had other plans.
Yeah. I mean, the big mashup of the century, Smash Ultimate, has the most characters of any fighting game as far as I'm aware of. Like, that's actually made by one person or a single group. Shouts to Mugen, I guess.
Got rid of that, and oh, beautiful. Well done. Position themselves so that they can hit the tech, knowing that if they mess up, they lose the stock. But confident, believing, Bassmage gets the tech off the Shoryu, gets an edge guard afterwards, trying to make some more magic happen. Quick 27% put on, but that's where the combo ends.
Yeah, Jahzz0 not quite trusting the situation. The Shoryuken could have been on the agenda after that second nair, but still solid lead right there. And knowing that if he gets one more like crouch short in there, he's going to be able to get Shoryuken, get the kill. Bassmage knows it too. Look at the patience, kind of floating back. Finally sends it. Oh, look for the rest right there. If that up air connected, that was an easy rest and a huge advantage for Bassmage. But still, a solid advantage right there. Going to drift low. Gets
Got it.
And I don't know if you're making it back, my friend. There we go. That's what I was saying. A ticking time bomb. You can only recover so many times against Bassmage safely until he starts getting the read and starts getting those stops.
Okay. Is a read starting? I like it. backs up this time, reads the roll, but doesn't actually get the grab afterwards. Not in a bad position, though, trying to get off that ledge.
Oh, Jahzz0 missing the potential shoryuken right there after that crouch short, not able to hit confirm it. I mean, a single hit confirm, even Street Fighter, that's hard, so I don't blame you for missing that.
Nice grab. The patience by Bassmage. Got the tech in the edge guard afterwards. Bassmage.
This is going to be a layup stock, and we're going to take it with the zoom in right there. A little bit of like air puff right there.
Yeah.
And taking that game, Bassmage on the board, and I think the download might be at 80% when it comes to these recoveries. These recoveries are getting scouted out, and Jahzz0, I mean, did an excellent job mixing it up, but there's only so many angles that you can take.
I think, well, one, what's going to happen on the counter pick? Because you're not getting Final Destination again.
That's true.
But I think that the patience / positioning changed a little bit. Instead of trying to make that heavy committal read, we see a lot more. I'm going to hang out here. If you shoryu, I'm going to tech, I'm going to hit you, and then rinse, repeat until you are gone. And I think that you might be right. Download, it doesn't matter what stage you're on. That is going to help you out. It's just a matter of can you get Jahzz0 off stage again.
Yeah, these downloads are happening faster and faster these days. These kids have faster internet speed than I did back in the day.
Oh,
like my dad had to watch like Mewtwo King versus Hungry Box in 3 parts on YouTube. Let it pause, let the gray things buffer. It was wild. It was wild.
They won't know about this.
Yeah. Yeah, these kids don't know how good they have it now.
Our thing, our grandparents were like, back in my day, I had to walk here barefoot. We're like, well, look, back in my day. Okay, we had shoes. We were good there. We had color TV.
Yeah.
What we did not have was fast internet, man.
Yeah.
Neopet took so damn long.
I'm telling. 1080 or 180p too.
Man.
244 BFS.
Ooh.
But that kill was almost in 4K. All right, but Jahzz0 not getting the true input shoryuken right there, so not getting all the fire. Maybe trying to opt for the non-true one just because one consistent hitbox all the way up, but one consistent hitbox is also that back air, that big old boot flying all the way through, bringing Bassmage to stock number 2.
Can you get there in time? Got it. No tech either. Bassmage keeping this close, keeping it competitive. What is Jahzz0 going to do? What opening are you going to try to find?
Yeah, right now, knowing the situation, both of them trying to opt to play a bit more patient. Jahzz0 dashing back a bit more, trying to buy some space, get some big strings. Only 38, but on Puff, that might as well be 50.
Yep. Very, very true. You were saying might as well be 50, but that was only on the Puff. Jahzz0, 39%, not too bad of a position quite yet. Another down air connects. Love the jab into the dash attack afterwards. Not able to get there, so close by Bassmage, but well played by Jahzz0. Actually get back on that ledge.
All right, another quick little string. Bassmage is at death percent here. Jahzz0 knows it as well. Seeing some of those focuses trying to come out just to call out the forward airs and airs that that Bassmage has been winning neutral with. But the sour spot into sweet, sour sweet, and get him out of here. The Bassmage special getting that stock pretty early. Oh, and missing the input for the DP.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. And that shield pressure, it was great. It's not because the shield, almost broke, but it got so small that it allowed Bassmage to shield poke afterwards. Jahzz0 kind of needs to be a little more aware of it and maybe hit a couple of those parries. Could have been jab locked right there.
That's true, yeah, but Bassmage opts to take the positioning. Going to full send this edge guard. That could have been a rest, but I don't blame Bassmage for playing it a bit safe, playing a bit more in the pocket. We use the air dodge and Puff's unholy air mobility to get back to the ledge, and we set neutral a bit. That back air coming through. Jahzz0 not able to take the stock quite just yet.
And we're seeing get out of here, Jigglypuff. But hugely for Bassmage, you're at 0% right now. Both of you are in your last stock. Jahzz0's sitting at almost 100. You only need one straight hit. Oh my, I didn't know that was going to do it.
That was not a stray, that was heat seeking. That was calculated.
Man, okay.
Yeah, that was line it up, take the shot, Puff. Puff, take the shot.
It worked.
Kill confirmed.
You got another voice actor. Okay, Rob was doing it yesterday, now you? Oh.
I mean, I'm just saying, we're all multi-talented in here.
True.
Yeah. But that brings us to Game 5, first Game 5 of the day, first set. And honestly, I feel like we're going to see a lot more of these logic. Everyone's hungry, everyone's so evenly matched, and everyone can make it into this top 8, but only 8 can.
Yeah, agree with you wholeheartedly. There is a crowd that is building right now to watch this Game 5 between these two titans. Jahzz0, Bassmage, what's going to happen? And one thing that I do want to touch on is I think because Bassmage is now getting these earlier edge guards, Jahzz0's playing a bit more defensive, which is allowing Bassmage to have more time to pick and find these openings. And it's kind of a double-edged sword. If you're Jahzz0, you want to be the aggressor. You want to try to pressure Bassmage, but you also don't want to end up off stage.
Exactly. It's kind of the ebb and flow of the set, right? Like, you start game one kind of making some reads, making some calls that work well, but as they get scouted out, they get more and more ineffective, and you get punished harder and harder for it. And sometimes in a game 5 conditioning set, you got to go back to those roots and kind of go back to the things that you were doing early on, just to kind of show your opponent that I'm not, in the words of the great Chris Hu, I know scare, you know scare, you know? FGC heads know what's up. Oh, you're so short that you're actually able to low profile that up tilt. That probably would have confirmed to a kill right there.
Short privilege is a thing.
I'm saying short kings rise up.
That's it. Oh no, you didn't get away from it. You are alive though. Cannot eat another one though. You're gonna need a different answer to when those down tilts are coming out, when Jahzz0 is just swinging them left and right. I like the attacks. Bassmage attacking from so many different angles. Back of the head, front of the head, the legs sometimes.
Yeah, the kidney, that's what gets people messed up. If you ever take a shot there, you know, you know.
All right, Bassmage going to do a kidney shot? Oh.
Yeah, that'll fold people, man. Just like Bassmage's first stock got folded right there, too.
It did. And you know, I think maybe that's why Bassmage was attacking at so many different timings, so many different angles, wanting to avoid that parry, because if it happens, Jahzz0 makes you pay dearly for it.
Exactly. All right.
Nice.
Try to use the focus just to get a little bit more time out there, but Bassmage says, hey, I know you got to cross through the zone eventually. All right, you got to go through me first, and Jahzz0 will not be able to get through, and he takes that stock. Now Jahzz0, yep, looking for some good damage, 57, nothing to laugh at.
Yeah, I mean, Jigglypuff, your stock is just in such a bad spot right now. It is gone, a 0 to death by Jahzz0. Bassmage has a mountain to climb right now to bring this back.
But if anyone brought their hiking shoes, it is Bassmage, okay? Jahzz0, though, looking ready to run away with it. You bought the wrong shoes. You bought hikers. He bought sneakers. He's trying to sprint away with this game. Wait a minute, though. The down air, the drills, off stage, but whiffing the grab, and that just leads to more damage. Okay. So now Jahzz0, reset situation, but missing that tech again. I think he's trying to block the nair and block him out of the tech animation.
That could be it. Something that's a little scary is, even though Jigglypuff, if the rest does connect, which we've seen none of them this game, that was almost it. There's still the chance that Jahzz0 could die off the top in a way where he can come back and get a Shoryu.
Is this it? Is this it? And Jahzz0 takes it off the top and gonna knock Bassmage out of this bracket. Hugs come out, handshakes come out, lots of respect comes out between these two players. But at the end of the day, there only could have been one. And a game 5 nail biter, Jahzz0 able to clutch it up. Bassmage is going to be out at 17th, I believe.
I mean, stellar performance. It's, you know, Supernova. It's the greats, the Titans, making it this far. That, I mean, do you know how many tournaments you would win if you made it this far? It's just like,
exactly.
Locals are nothing to you. A regional, what is that?
Exactly, you know? That's what I'm saying. And on top of that too, like in terms of rankings, Bassmage for some reason was ranked like 120, 130 something this year. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe it could have been an attendance thing. I didn't keep up with like super close with like how attendance factored in, but